Hey y'all, hey, and welcome to another episode of Rants and Tea with Kelly B. That's me. Thank you for coming by, checking me out. What does Kelly B do? What does Kelly B have to offer to her studio audience here? Well, what Kelly B got to offer is just her opinion.
Okay.
The videos be random. I think I got a good take.
What else is there to do?
Check me out. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, tell your friends about me. But anyways, the internet been buzzing since about Wednesday because Cassie, who is P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Brother Love, that's the dumb name, but she filed a lawsuit against him for some charges, for some stuff. All right, I'm gonna give a trigger warning before I say all of this stuff. This will trigger some of you people who have been victims of abuse, victims of violence. You know, she alleges that Puff Daddy subjected her to sex trafficking. He abused her, the R word, hooked her on drugs. It was a bunch of stuff in this lawsuit here. So she filed it on November 16th. Y'all, what's today? Today is the 18th. By the 17th, lawsuit settled. Now the lawsuit, how much was the lawsuit, y'all say? $30 million. $30 million was the lawsuit. Now, I have read the lawsuit. It's about 35 pages, but it ain't no dry read. Somebody gonna make a Lifetime movie.
For sure.
How many years was they together? How long were Cassie and Diddy together? 2007 to 2018, so almost 10 years. Ooh, that's a long time. You got opinions out there about her settling this here lawsuit and what happened and why it come so quick. I'm gonna give you mine here and this here Rants and Tea. A lot of us got an introduction to Cassie through Me and You. Now I've been waiting, think when I make a move. It was a throwback. And then that's kind of the only thing I think we heard from Cassie. She was his artist when they first came out. We knew she was signed to Bad Boys record around that time. I want to say that was like around like 2000. Oh, they met in 2005. 2005, they met. She was signed to Bad Boys Records for a 10 album deal. Since then, I don't... How many albums she had? Anyways, they met and signed a 10 album deal. At the time, Puff Daddy was with Kim Porter. Cassie had a boyfriend herself. So at this time, she said that she could tell that Puff Daddy kind of liked her, but that, you know, she got that creepy vibe. Cassie was 19, Puff Daddy was 37. I remember being 18, and I remember I had a friend that dated somebody that was in their 30s, fairly older, and it was like, ugh. So I can imagine how that was. So at the time, she said that at first he presented himself as this like father figure. And this was the head of her label. So the first time she kind of got a little bit of inkling that he was on one. Says that she went out with her friends after she had just got over like a cold or something like that. So she went out with his friends, but she said he got so mad, like, why would you go out with your friends? But she thought of it as like, oh, he just concerned for my well-being. So, you know, this is the head of my label. They just signed me for this deal. Okay, they just don't want me to do all of this stuff. Cool. But then she said stuff started getting weird, like he invited himself to her 21st birthday party. She still has a girlfriend at this time. Not only did this sucker show up to her 21st birthday party without an invitation, this joker brought other people, like production people, everything, all of that, in Vegas to her birthday celebration with her boyfriend. He's still with Kim Porter at this time. We gonna get into that. I might do me another story on Puff Daddy, his relationships, because that's a whole nother something, okay? We just gonna stick to Cassie in this video. The accounts that I hear about Puff Daddy, when he wants someone, he wants someone. With Kim Porter, she started off as Andre secretary, okay? He was another co-founder with Puff Daddy at Def Jam Records. Then she was married to Al B. Sure. Remember the song Forever Shanae? What my lady, yeah. He dedicated that song to Kim Porter. But rumor has it, allegedly, Puff Daddy saw Kim Porter and was like, I want that. I don't care who got it. I'm with it. Puff Daddy is a very powerful man. in an industry where these people work, where these people make their livelihood, where these women make their livelihood. You feel like this is what you're born to do. This is what you want to do. This is where I want to go. This is where my art takes me, my creativity. This is where I want to express myself. This is where I want to be. You know, there are certain things that, you know, people can hold over you. For Cassie, it seems to be this 10 album deal. Fast forward some years later, and he ended up basically through the people in the network.
I'm now the leader of thousands of people. They all hang on my every word.
Drugging her and scaring off people, getting her to be his girlfriend, kind of made it so like, oh, you moving here, I'm gonna put you up in this apartment, this is where you at, this is where you gonna be, got my people around you, you ain't going nowhere, try to go somewhere if you want to. Why do you think this case settled so quickly, Kelly? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Puff Daddy don't want nobody talking about him. Within only 24 hours, just within 24 hours, everybody has been on this Puff Daddy thing. I want y'all to really think about how big and how absolutely damaging for him this has become and could have gotten worse. The news of all of this reached Channel 7. The regular news, not Hollywood Unlocked, not the Shade Room, not Vogue, not Breakfast Club, not a regular Channel 7, Channel 2, the local news. People talking about it. That means even the white folks paying attention. Sorry, but your grandmas and them seeing this story, okay?
It's an interesting experience.
So it is big for Puff Daddy. It done got people looking like, Puff Daddy, what he been up to? Even if you did not know him, it got so big to where it's like, let me take a look. This did make me go, myself, just me, on a whole search of Puff Daddy. And y'all, it is a lot of shit out there. That dude, he got rumors on rumors on rumors. It's been stuff just here and there that he been able to kind of put the fires out on so that nobody actually seems to focus and give a shit about it. Cassie come out, cute Cassie, cute innocent Cassie. Everybody been noticing Cassie ain't really been smiling. Didn't smile really that much throughout their relationship. Ain't nobody heard no more albums out of that 10 album deal besides that one. She come out and say something and everybody like, ooh. Poor pretty child, what happened? I ain't saying this nigga, I'm just saying. Sometimes that be getting the people attention. And now he had the potential for his entire empire to crumble. That nigga said, let me hurry up and shut her the hell up. I bet y'all dollars to donuts, she got more than 30 million. I bet you. And what I say about that, good for her. Good for her. Because I've read these court documents, okay? It is terrible. It is horrific. Allegedly, I guess P. Diddy got a little kink in their relationship pretty early on to where he made this woman hire male sex workers to have sex with her, would drug her up and would sit up there and make her do unspeakable acts with these people to the point that she would vomit. And he would still make her do it. Cassie's husband, not as powerful as Puff Daddy. Not nowhere on the level as Puff Daddy. Been staying, dropping little shit. Since they got together. Obviously stating his tremendous dislike for Mr. Puff Daddy. He was also her personal trainer. So he probably saw some stuff. Because word in the documents, she states that he was doing shit like kicking her teeth in. Not kicking her teeth in. You know, kicking her in the face, messing up her face, messing her up and abusing her so much in front of staff members and friends and employees. I guess that's staff members. But abusing her in front of them to where one time somebody had to step in. And then when Puff Daddy noticed how badly her face was messed up, allegedly, he sent her away in a hotel for a week. That was one of the first times. Another time he messed up so bad that she spitting blood and stuff. He sent her off for 3 weeks. There's witnesses, but according to the documents and according to what I've seen on the internet and how people move around this dude, nobody wants to say anything about it. In my opinion, when it came to Cassie, her NDA was up. And then she was finally like, I think once she got out, and maybe with a little bit of encouragement from her husband, who don't seem to give a shit, Puff Daddy, he gonna say what he gonna say. Him and 50 Cent. Because 50 Cent, that's one of the other people that's been talking since, all of this came about. 50 Cent, they done put out videos about with 50 Cent saying something. They done brought up that video of Young Jock again. There was a video that Young Jock was saying about how Cassie decided to shave the side of her head.
I was watching Puff. The nigga Puff was looking up there. He saw this white woman. Puff jumped out. Me and Cassie sitting next to each other. My wife right here, Cassie right here. The nigga jumped off the bar, came over and said, yo, Cassie, tomorrow, I want you to shave the side of your head. I'm like, what the fuck kind of request is that? So I was looking at Cassie. I was like, I was like, you're not about to do that, are you? She said, well, I mean, whatever Sean wants, I'm going to do.
All of that hair Cassie had gave no pushback. I will say, when I first saw Cassie's haircut, I'm going to put the joint up here. I have seen shaved haircuts on the side before, okay? That was a rush job. Not only was a rush job, it wasn't maybe not a rush job, but not a well thought out one. You think you get a nice little line and maybe like a boom, boom, like lightning, maybe like some kind of design, or maybe even make it all like kind of, map it out a little bit. It didn't look mapped out. At the time, I don't know if I thought I was maybe hating, but I'm like, I done seen people, do a better job of that. But Puff Daddy done paid her off. He can't afford her to say nothing else. Because you know what happens when people talk about somebody who is big and who has a lot of influence? Usually the other people think it's safe enough to talk about it as well. I will say though, nobody immediately, because it was so quick, no celebrities immediately came out, but there were a lot of people, just the general public, and sorry, that's usually what gets you canceled. The general public was putting out videos, pulling out receipts, talking about past relationships, talking about allegations of not only past relationships where he was violent, but other people that he was violent, alleging that he may have had something to do with murders. Court documents said that he blew up Kid Cudi car because he liked Cassie, allegedly. People been going, let me look into Puff Daddy. I mean, there was already controversy going around before from him not paying his artists, having all of those great artists. Let me tell you something, when it comes to Puff Daddy, he had all them great artists. Total. The Locks. What is it, Red Rob? Who else? Mary J. She kind of stuck around for a while. Lil' Kim. All them great artists. Mace. Big Beef. Biggie. Which some think in their eyes that he kind of had a little thing going on with that. Allegedly. His demise, I mean. But none of them are doing their thing right now. All of them people. But he's still on top. Y'all ain't doing no reunion tours. Don't nobody mess with you. And in the meantime, Audrey O'Day been saying this from the get-go that he ain't nothing. Also, gay rumors. Taking trips that he allegedly may have turned out a few other celebs.
What are some things that you feel like I should look out for? Coming into the game. Like, you've been in the game for a long time, man.
Somebody's out for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Stay away from that. Stay away from the take that mansion. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, stay away from that. All right. Second, they're laughing because they know it's true.
Yeah, I'm new. So
I'm trying to tell you the truth, but the truth sometimes it hurts. Right. Nah. Nigga asked me, could he take me shopping, and it fucked me up because I'm looking like, what the fuck did this nigga just say? When a nigga tell me he want to take me shopping, what the fuck is the matter with this nigga?
So people been talking. This been just in 24 hours. I feel like it's been a week. People been talking a lot, and Puff Daddy had to shut that shit down. Does this mean this is an admission of guilt? Okay. I think sometimes when people settle, hold on, I got 2 points. I think sometimes when people settle, it's not always an admission of guilt. And I got the auntie. It's not necessarily an admission of guilt. I do think that if it had been a longer drawn out something, longer than 24 hours, and they settled, I don't think it would have been an admission of guilt. Seeing as how it has only been 24 hours since it has been announced that Cassie, the allegations have been announced and released and exposed, that the settlement happened so quickly, and there has been so much information leaking and so many stories and so many things being brought up, including maybe Kim Porter didn't really leave this earth the way people thought she did, allegedly. And maybe allegedly Puff Daddy has something to do with that, allegedly. It's making a lot of people go, to where it could be the demise of P. Diddy. In my opinion, I don't think the bottle can be put back on here now.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. No, I mean, I meant to say it, I just didn't mean for it to come out that...
After I went down that rabbit hole, I'm telling you, I would love to explore more about what Puff Daddy been up to all these years. You can have your opinion how you want to have your opinion. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And it's a whole fucking brush. It's a fucking forest fire behind Puff Daddy right now. I'm just saying. Come on now. Statute of limitations is probably out. Usually with things like this, it's easier for you to get a civil settlement than it is a criminal. And especially if statute of limitations are out, she couldn't go for him criminally either. So hit him where it hurts, his pockets and his reputation. If that's what it do, I ain't mad at her, especially because there are men out there not even just as powerful as him, but even on a lower level that think that you can just do people any kind of way you want to without any repercussions. And unfortunately, because of society, don't get me wrong, it has gotten better. But because of society and their idealisms about women and sexuality and consent and what it is that they're allowed to do with their own bodies when and whatever they want to, you know, oftentimes the women are looked at as they are just for male consumption almost. Like, you know, if they sacrifice things for money, or if whatever the optics look like, if you don't fit in my box of what the proper woman should be, you deserve to get what you get almost. It's so weird. You don't get to victimize people to that point. You just don't. Because also in her court documents, he held her hostage many times, not only by his staff, but himself. You know, she could not get out because also she said in her documents that the other people around her were there for the money and they had tremendous loyalty to this dude. So it's like if I have to get you some kind of way, it's going to be in your pockets. And I have no problem with her getting paid for it. I have no problem with nobody getting paid for it. Because guess what? If you going to sit up there and you going to use my body and you going to fuck me over, the least you could do is write me a fucking check for it. They sound crazy, but hey. So, I'm going to keep this Puff Daddy saga going. If y'all want to get a little bit more into the court documents and y'all want to chat about certain things, we could do that. I don't want to put everything out there because they have settled. And I will say, you know, it's out there for the public. Y'all could check it out. Maybe I'll link it. I ain't going to make no promises. Because I don't think I know how to do that. It's crazy. Warning. Go into it at your own risk. I'm gonna be honest. I hope people keep talking about Puff Daddy. He got it coming. But anyway, guys, you know, let me know what you think about this whole situation. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about me. Take a look at my other videos. You know, there's more of this. If you like it, thank you again for watching. I love you guys. Bye.